A Knight slaps down Kevin Nash on last week's SmackDown, so this is a bit old, but it's going to play into something else. He said on SmackDown during in-ring segments, if I was a more complete moron, I'd say, look at the adjective, play. But I'm not, so I'll say, look at the verb. So you know what that reference is, don't you?
No, not really. I was going to ask you. What's that reference?
Kevin Nash, very famously, when he was going into WCW to form the NWO, he says, look at the adjective, play. Because the WCW slogan was where the big boys play. But the thing is, play is a verb, not an adjective.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin Nash had some sort of English literature blunder there on that, and somehow that's become a meme almost 30 years later.
Still don't get it.
That's fine, we'll move on. Kevin Nash also said, and I'm not sure if he's trying to book his own angle or if he's just trying to do what we do, just amuse ourselves in a podcast and also try and get the odd headline and try and get extra views, is that he seems, by giving CM Punk grief, this is Kevin Nash talking about, that he's comparing levels of toxicity of CM Punk to the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, come on with that now.
He's already put himself on the mantle right next to the Ultimate Warrior.
I saw the title, but I was waiting for him to get to it, because I seen might have been the other podcast right there and some comments comparing him to two different people, two different situations. Now, I don't know how, which I'm surprised to this day, Warrior had a separate shoot interview after that Abomination Destruction DVD where they talk crap about the guy. I'm surprised nobody. Some people still don't know to this day that interview exists, and it's all over YouTube. So I don't know how they could miss it. But he got a lot of stuff straight in there. He said people keep twisting stuff, and then somebody else was saying Warrior wasn't fighting folks backstage. It's just him and Vince was butting heads about stuff. Let this man finish. Try not to keep cutting him off.
And that said, you're sucker punching Luke Perry's son. But I don't know, toxic wise, CM Punk or Ultimate Warrior?
Luke Perry's son. That what's his name? Is his
Ultimate Warrior. I mean, nobody. I mean, I always, and I've made this plain. I always stayed in my lane, and I knew Warrior when he first started. He was horrible, and I can proudly say today, he never improved. I mean, he's doing the same stuff he did in his first match because he never attempted to learn anything else. And you know why he never attempted to learn? I don't think Vince wanted him to learn. I think Vince wanted him exactly.
Hold on, Uncle Dutch, now, because again, I was just talking about that shoot interview. Warrior talked about it in that. Then you can go back and watch the DVD, watch the video that's on the YouTube. There's pieces of it, and there's the full DVD. The full interview. He said he knows about got to work in the ring, work outside the ring, off the top rope, do this and that, and what said it's 1,500 times. Every wrestler doesn't have to be Steamboat, Rick Steamboat, and Bret Hart or something like that. And even when they said the same thing with Goldberg. Goldberg, I said, yeah, he's more athletic than Goldberg, more athletic than the Warrior. But still, you don't need to be. He's not going to get in there for the arm drag and twist. He's not happening, Captain. So you doesn't need to do all that kind of stuff. Just like they complain now about the flippy flyer. He's like too much. They say too much flippy shit. Somebody's always frustrated about or disgusted about something. They don't like this. They don't like that. Yeah, well,
acting like he was, just all pumped up and going in there and grabbing the ropes and shaking it and
he was a real life superhero. Come on, Dutch.
Which is what he was.
He's a real life superhero.
But he was horrible then when he started. He's horrible now. And
come on now.
Before he died or before he stopped wrestling, he was horrible. He never improved at all, and he was toxic. Because he'd go in the dressing room I guess he dressed by himself. He had no friends. He had nobody traveling with him, anything. And he would talk to Vince and some of the agents and the referee, and that's it.
I thought that they said you could have buddies, you can make money. You have a few, but not much, because as soon as you get hurt, or what do they say? As soon as you get hurt or fired or suspended or whatever it is, somebody else comes in and that's it. So, yeah. What are you gonna do?
I don't know who else says there was really Ultimate Warrior's friend, because when I was around him, he didn't have any. Now Sting, they broke in together, but I don't think they were that close, because when they went to Mid-South and they was both.
Now hold it now. Again, the interview was 2005. Yeah. Early 2000, because the Destruction DVD was first. Then I guess he heard about it, or somebody told him about it. Then he had the interview with that other company, and he said that he was cool with Taker, cool with Macho Man. I remember that. Who else? Cool with Brett. Then he heard some things, and he was cool with the Bulldog or the Bulldogs, because back then it was the British Bulldogs. Yeah, there's a few. I think he was cool. You said he was cool with what's the other guy's name with the chain? Not Junkyard Dog. Hercules, the mighty Hercules. So what are they talking about? Everybody said. And then they said the same crap with Ahmed. I wish. I know he's not gonna see this, but I wish I could interview Ahmed, because I know they ask him the same stuff 1,500 times. But we had to go further than that, because some of this stuff, I tell you, if you don't hang out with such and such, you're funny and you're weird. People don't hang out with everybody with all this damn drinking, because I made 100 and something videos about what does this damn drinking get you with some folks. Talk about this slapping business, and everybody ain't letting stuff slide, drunk, sober, or whatever. Ain't letting no slap slide now. The man stated with self, let him be. I'm sorry, but he's not that bad. Now they try to say the man was freaking what's that guy's name? Not Hussein. Try to say the man was Hitler or something. Damn.
At the same time, when they left, I think
I got hot
Sting
right
went
there
to
for a minute.
WCW, and I think Warrior went to Dallas to World Class, and that's where they split. So, and then of course Vince heard about
Texas
him.
company, right?
He took Ultimate Warrior. He didn't take Sting, and he didn't take Sting because the Turner Group in those days, they wanted Sting, and they paid him to stay. And those guys are probably two of the luckiest guys with I'll say Warrior, with the least amount of talent available.
Sorry, Dutch. Come on.
And they made millions.
Now, Sting, think about it, yeah, he was a little bit more, when I started watching WCW in 92, 93, he was a little bit more technical, and he would dive out the ring and stuff like that, but I was glad they both became champion. They both, matter of fact, I'm trying to think, early 90s, yeah, they both became champion the same year. I mean, world champion, 1990. Because I think it was Flair and Sting. Yep. And I didn't see that till later on, so I didn't watch WCW till, like I said, 2 years later. And then Warrior against Hogan. And that was something else. The good guy versus the good guy. I never seen that before. That was something. Because Hogan had, at the time, had the belt enough. I was like, let's see what the Warrior can do here. That was something. I'll never forget that. Got to find that interview where Warrior was talking about the plane that crashed the plane. He looked scary as hell in that interview with the big eyes and the snorting and the voice. That was something.
Now Sting was about 10 times better than Warrior, but Sting only did a certain move set anyway. Sting relied on just the gimmick Sting and beating his chest and to get over. And he did get over, and Warrior got over. So, but they were lucky in a way that they came along at just the right time.
Specifically speaking,
Supposed
so
to
you
be
said
trying to
toxic,
be top
so
dogs, right?
You know, I mean, we've milked it for all it's worth, the CM Punk story. We've got lots of views out of it as well, in fact. But you know, that's what we're doing, obviously. And there's, I don't know, one person calls someone toxic from their
Punk
point
is just
of view.
outspoken.
What is toxic?
Sometimes, and
That's
maybe
one thing
mule
we can
stuff.
argue about,
But who is
or agree on. But you said with Ultimate Warrior, and in WWF in 1996. Now you were there for his entire run. You know, 5 fabulous months with the Ultimate Warrior, where he barely turned up, and then he had a disagreement with Vince, and then he disappeared again. Did you, in that 1996 period when you were managing Bradshaw, did you see Ultimate Warrior at all? Basically,
I can't remember.
So he was just completely cut off.
Well, I just know the guy. I know that even trying to, even trying to talk to him was difficult. And he just look at you like, what are you saying? Or you were left trying to debate amongst yourself if he was getting anything at all from what you were saying. Excuse my cough. I probably got the virus again that I've had.
Oh no!
On for
no!
Seemed like 5 months.
No, when you get a virus that you like, you really stick with it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. A virus.
Please, I hope you don't have that. That's no good.
But and Sting never really. He had some friends, but very few.
Oh, here we go with that
because
again.
both these guys are kind of odd in a way. Sting is not really outgoing, and unless he really knows you really, really well, and he may be, but I've never seen him. I mean, I've never seen
Luger, Steiners,
Sting kind of have a good time and chuckle and laugh and he doesn't drink. I don't think. And
Paige, what are you?
But Warrior doesn't drink.
What are you talking about?
Not that I know of.
No, I don't think. Yeah, you're right about that. Now
these guys are just
drinking business.
Odd puppies, I think.
Is CM Punk toxic, or is he just right, surrounded by wrong people?
I like CM Punk. You can talk to him. He can come up to you, and I kind of get him because he has a different type humor about him. I kind of get that, and he got in the wrestling business the right way. He worked for it. Went through that Ring of Honor thing. Then he went to WWF, I guess. Yeah.
No, he went to.
No, he was
TNA.
WWE.
He went to TNA for a short while as well.
Yeah, he was in TNA because I remember he had the
maybe a month.
long hair,
Maybe.
the basketball shorts.
At the old Fairgrounds Arena. That's where he got in a fight with Teddy Hart.
Yeah.
I've talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was gone. And
now I heard that guy there was always fighting. Not to my Punk, Teddy Hart. Heard he was supposed to be a big star. Now I only seen him a couple of times. I never really seen his match. I seen the interviews more than his matches. But yeah, I heard he said he was a fighting something, boy. I don't know, but this Punk thing, and they were out the toxic business. Like I said, the man speaks his mind, and when you speak your piece, they try to close it for you. And that's not just him. That's a lot of guys.
he talked favorably about me. That's when I called him over there. I said, all right, this is what I want you guys to do. I'll work it out. And I give it to him, and then I left him. See, an agent is just supposed to give the outcome of the match and help them work through some rough spots. It's up to the talent to get through this match and accomplish what it was intended to accomplish. And he was good at that. He was very good.
I'm going to blow your mind here. CM Punk was in TNA for... Okay, so he had a couple of matches in 2002, which I didn't know. They were all just gauntlet matches. There was one time in...
Didn't he feud with Raven?
January 2003. And then from May 2003 till February 2004. He was there for like 8 months. Would you believe?
I don't believe they may have made listing like that, but I don't remember him. My recollection, I mean, you can say anything there, but I don't think he was. I don't think he was there for 6 months.
Well, that was the early
I really
2000s.
Well, there you go. If it was more toxic, you'd remember it.
Yeah, that's something, boy. Like I said, Punk again, and I'd say it if he was sitting right there. The man is, they said he's outspoken. He's gonna speak his piece. Really, the Warrior is in a way too. When he had to get Triple H straight about that match, and but then about certain things being turned and twisted around, and people would get angry with him for doing stuff outside the ring, outside the business. But now they do that all the time now. But you have to have the permission. But certain wrestlers, they don't need it. You know. But yeah, man, to say this kind of stuff here, man. And they didn't do this, they didn't do that. The man, they drew money. Sting, Warrior, and Punk. All three they drew money now. See. And getting back to the video from, what was it, last week or earlier this week, is this man going back to WWF? I mean WWE. WWF video I made the other day. I don't know. I still, like I said, I have to eat. Where is it? Eat these damn mountain gears if he shows up there with some ketchup. So I don't say it'll be something. I'll be again still be shocked if he shows up there. There's nothing wrong with these guys. Come on now, just come on now.